Yo, what's up? It's TX2 and we are here with 932. The tour has been awesome. It has been sold out completely. Every date sold out. The biggest shows we've ever played as a headliner, and including London, which was 600 people sold out, and then back to back with a sold out Manchester, like 500 people. And it was like, damn, we're doing it. It feels beautiful. Very good.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
I feel like I want to move to Europe now. You know, and I'm like, wow, whoa. It seems like there's a lot of things that we could learn in our Western civilization.
Yeah, it's beautiful. There's very passionate fans, and everything's much closer.
Yeah. I've been friends with Romy for a little while, and when we were working on the song Feed, the song is part of our concept album, which is like one big story front to back, and we were like, we need someone who feels like a spider-like vampire character, and we're like, DeathbyRomy would literally be the dream person.
Yeah, we came
to
up
do
with
that.
a bunch of ideas, but she was the top of the list,
and
we
so
were like, she would be perfect.
We just hit her, and we're lucky that she's nice enough that A, we're friends, and she wanted to be on it, and B, she believed in the song. It's awesome. The fact that you could bring a completely different artist with a different story and a different sound onto a song and then create something new. It's like the more things that are new that you mix together, the more unique whatever the product is.
Yeah, it's like a crossover episode.
Exactly, that's a good way to word it. Well, there's a little bit of a few things. Number one, we actually hate making videos. For social media, we don't like what we do, but we realize that this is the new generation, and I came from no connections, no music industry, nothing. Basically came from, nothing, and I was like, the only way I'm ever gonna make this is if I do what other people don't wanna do. And I just have to create social media, I have to create content every single day. Started building this, Cam became part of the team. So we don't like making videos, but sometimes there's like funny things that happen.
Well, that being said, we're both film kids, and like the music videos are a chance to do some cool film stuff that we actually enjoy.
Right, like the Feed music video we directed and edited, and every music video we basically co-direct and edit, so it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the Feed music video, you can actually see a few shots that we were very inspired by. There's the two most important ones were on the Feed music video. There's a movie called No Country for Old Men, and then you haven't seen it? Oh, it's a really cool movie, but there's a scene where
the character's hiding in a motel and somebody's coming for him, and you see him under the door and passing the wind, and it's just so cool.
We basically took that shot and then put it in the music video. And have you ever seen the movie Aliens? Okay, so the girl waking up from the wet web, and then the reaction was like a recreation of the shot from Aliens where the Marine discovers another Marine in a web. And yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, we love movies.
Extremely soon.
Very soon. End of this month we're dropping a new song. We're actually teasing it tomorrow. And then the month after we're dropping another song with a band that I wish I could tell you, but it's literally like one of the biggest.
It's gonna break the internet.
Yeah, it's gonna break the internet. And then we have our album. This is all leading up to our album, which will hopefully drop end of the year or top of next year, which will be one full length, the first ever debut album for TX2, full length with, it's like the Black Parade meets American Idiot, one big rock opera front to back.
It probably is the same. I would say Feed, the new song, is the most fun.
Feed goes so hard live. I'd say that one or Hostage. That song means a lot to me, and I like it. Yeah. The first ever album, I actually received like 3 albums when I was younger. I went to a radio station, the guy gave me my pick of whatever CDs I liked, and I chose the Black Parade, American Idiot, and the Eminem Show. And those 3 albums are those are the 3 artists that influenced me the most, and the 3 of the biggest albums for me. So I just, I started as a rapper because I obviously liked Eminem and I couldn't sing. I just, I couldn't sing Happy Birthday on pitch until I was like 18, when I just decided that if I practice singing every day, even if I'm bad to start, eventually I'll get better. And by practicing and learning, I was like, all right, fuck it, I can sing. And then now that when I gained confidence to sing, that's when I was like, all right, it's time to form a rock band. That's when Cam came in the picture, Corky and Church and the whole band. Yeah, 1000%. I hope TX2 is really hard to quantify what genre it is. You know what I'm saying? What even, rock? You know?
I mean, yeah, I grew up listening to the same stuff as Evan. Those 3 albums were also very important to me. Yeah, I've always been an emo kid my whole life.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is ever since I started TX2 10 years ago, I've always been hated. And for the first few years, I was like, when I started TX2 in Fort Collins, I was like the joke of my town. Everyone was like, oh, he'll never make it, blah, blah, blah. He's the funny SoundCloud rapper. And that really hurt me then. And then I moved to Miami. I started picking up speed on TikTok, and I'm always a poser. He's stupid, blah, blah, blah. He's blah, whatever. And then that hurt. But then after dealing with, I would say I've been hated as TX2 for 9 to 10 years. I just don't even, I'm so desensitized to it. It's honestly, like, I'm sometimes surprised myself. I'll see like a viral video with millions of views. Like, if you listen to TX2, you're a poser. Okay. But it helps that I've had experience. And then B, it also helps that I'm selling out a European tour. I'm a million monthly listeners on Spotify. Why would I give a shit about what someone on the internet says? Because that's the thing about the internet. Anyone can say anything about anyone and not face repercussions. So that's what happens. Every successful artist I know has a hate campaign behind them. I haven't noticed a shift because for years now we've been talking about LGBT rights. but it just always came from, I spent so much of my life closeted and religious, and I hated myself and the gay side of myself. I'm bi, and so I eventually started forming peace with it, and I was like, damn, other people need to know they're not alone. I want to write about this. And then when I saw what's happening in the US specifically, with the drag community, the trans community, all of the LGBT community, I was like, I've been the underdog my whole life and no one really stood up for me. So now it's my chance to stand up for someone who needs it. And especially in the US, but I mean, the sad part is I'm learning about a lot of other countries, being in Europe, that have the same thing. It's like, why does the government care so much about people just living their lives the way they, why does anyone give a shit about people just being themselves? That should never be a crime. Okay, what is the most rewarding part of being in a band for you, from Point North? For me, it is the fact that I can make a change in other people's lives and I have a purpose. I struggled so hard with nihilism and being like, what is the point of life? Everyone just here exists and then dies. And then I now have a meaning. I have something to do with my life. I can tell everyone, we're building a movement with 3 rules. Rule 1, you promise to stay alive. Rule 2, you promise to stay safe. I very much care that anyone who's an emo kid understands adults should never be privately messaging kids, 0 exceptions for that, safety. Rule 3, no hate or gatekeeping. I'm sick of people thinking that they're more important than someone else because they've listened to an album before someone else, right? Everyone has a different story. If I follow these 3 rules consistently through all of my fans and teach people this everywhere I go, right? I'm making a difference. 3 things that I think are really important. So it just gives me purpose.
All right, this one says, what's your favorite snack to buy at a gas station or something while on tour? And it's from Talina Chikami. I hope I'm saying that right. From Bite Me Bambi. Favorite. I should have been thinking about this while you were answering. Evan and I love sparkling ice. It's a drink it's like a sparkling water that we're addicted to, but I can't find it anywhere. But it is my favorite thing to find on the road. Yeah.
It's flavored.
It's like flavored water, and we're both just like obsessed with it.
It's like soda but water.
Yeah. It's great.
Anyone can say anything about anyone, so no one's opinion of you matters at all. Cringe is freedom. To be cringe is to be free. Yeah, I remember when we were writing the song, we put videos of spiders on the TV, and then we actually had lightsaber fights. Romy and I were sword fighting. Cam actually and Romy too were sword fighting when we were writing. Yeah.